Hey, what's up guys? My name is Edward Ornelas. In this video, we're going to be doing a challenge, all right? For a long time, I have been telling people that you guys don't need a lot to make much in this market. It's super volatile, and with the basis of technical analysis, which I'm going to push in this video, you guys can start making consecutive results. That's how I'm making consecutive results. It's all a matter of catching the right gains at the right time. Don't necessarily catch the pump and dumps, or don't fall for the FOMO, the fear of missing out, where you just following people's, the crowd, I should say. Rather, actually start learning things from a technical standpoint, because more so than often, you're going to be right rather than the majority of people, because at the end of the day, everything is calculated, everything does fall into place, and it's going to start making sense when you start getting into technical analysis. I have not been uploading on this channel for a long time, for good reason though. I have been working on a crash course for you beginners that want to start learning how to trade cryptocurrency but don't know where to begin. In this course, we do cover a lot, from introduction to what cryptocurrency is, to more of a technical standpoint, different types of trading strategies, to ICO research. It's all in there. If you guys are interested in that, the link will be in the description below. In this video, I'm going to start inputting at least $500. That is what I want to do, and I want to see what the results will be within a year span. I want to put my money where my mouth is, because I always tell people that you guys don't need a lot to make much. So this is what this video is going to be. I'm going to start uploading this series every single Wednesday. So if you guys are interested in this, please subscribe, or just definitely follow me on this channel and see what results I will gain. On the rest of the week, I will be doing my regular schedule, where I just announce some news, what's been going on, review some coins, this and that. So if you guys are interested in cryptocurrency, please just subscribe to my channel. With that being said, let's begin. So right now we are on Binance. This is actually one of my favorite exchanges to use. I do love to trade on Binance. They offer a couple benefits that I actually did cover on my last video that I uploaded on KuCoin. I did similarities between KuCoin and Binance and the recommendations that they have. The links will be in the description below for you guys to check out Binance as well. So just to give you guys an idea how much I'm working with, let's go over to funds, where it says deposits and withdrawals. You'll see right here, it says I have 488. So actually, when I first transferred in the $500 from my other account, it's right now has gone down from 500 to around 488. So it has gone down roughly around 11.50 cents, which is, it's still okay though. First thing that you guys have to do is actually start doing your research on different coins, because you get into the exchanges, there's going to be a lot of offers available for you. I mean, you just go down the list, and the one that has like the biggest percentage gain is going to always look the sexiest. I mean, look at this. Power looks really, really nice, and you think to yourself like, oh look, since it's already gone up, it's going to keep going up. Not to say that you're wrong, but oftentimes you don't want to pay premium prices, okay? You don't want to follow these hypes and stuff. Not to say that Power is actually a bad coin, because I have done my research and it's actually frankly a good coin. But again, you guys don't want to pay at premium prices. Right now it's gone up. It's not to say that it will continue to go up. So other coins that I do feel fairly confident about, that I know and have done my research in, are coins like Neo, as you guys know, Omisego as well. You can also look at Ethereum. There's just a wide range of them right here. The biggest key to making possibly the biggest profits in this market is to look at lower cap market coins, ones that offer good stability, but at the same time they will go up. And the best way you can find that is actually by doing technical analysis. One of my favorite websites to do that is actually on Coinigy. They offer a wide range of exchanges to look at. So right now, since we are on Binance, we can just hover over Binance, click on it, and all the coins will be on there as well. So right now we're going to look at a few coins to do technical analysis on. The first one right off the bat I can recognize is actually ARK from Bitcoin, ARK to Bitcoin, I should say. So we can look at it in Satoshi marks. We can see this across the board with every coin right now, is that it's held this flagpole pattern for quite a little bit now. What that means is that it had this launch up. It was actually like around 2 weeks ago, and then they started to pull back a little bit, but then are starting to hold some resistance around here. It's not necessarily going down to its original resistance line, but rather midway. The best way you can find to see if it's holding or not is to open up the MACD. So let's get in there. We can see that the MACD right now is actually looking a little, it's not doing much momentum. There's not a lot of volume in it, but it is holding up pretty well. You can see, a consolidating pattern, good support line. Any moment now, this could potentially break out or break down. We do cover a lot of these terminologies in the course as well, so you guys can check that out. Let's keep looking at several other coins as well to see. So right now we're going to be looking at other coins as well to see what kind of similarities they have in patterns. So let's take a look on the 30-day, or on the 1 day, I should say. You can see a huge consolidating pattern that it had this nice bullish one. I'm assuming this is when it first released onto the markets, but then since then it's kind of pulled back. There isn't much, guarantee for us to look at to say that Binance coin will necessarily explode, But this could be a good coin to look at, as you know, as you guys can see that this could be maybe a potential like good trading coin. The volume is okay, but it's not enough for me to be intrigued necessarily. So this is just something to kind of keep in mind as well, not just the charts, but also the volume to take a look at. Potential explosion, we can probably see it cross over, maybe see some new highs. Probably see it hit its original resistance line be over here, which is around the 0.0046 roughly. Of course, BTC, all right, but Bitcoin, this is by far going to be one of our best options for the current time, as it is the most stable. So if you guys aren't looking for quick gains, BTC is probably going to be a good one to look at, just because it is over time, over months and months of time, going to make you some gains, just not as exponential as looking into altcoins, like I had mentioned. Extremely bullish on Dash, specifically today. It did have a nice run up. You can see that it even pulled back a little bit, but it's actually holding up really well. But the problem with the Dash though is that its current pricing. So let's take a look at the price right now. It's roughly over $500, I believe. So let's actually go over here onto our, we can see right now Dash is at 575, which, you know, honestly, if I'm being honest, you guys are better off investing into Ethereum, frankly, for the fact that Ethereum could potentially make you higher gains than Dash. Not to say that Dash won't, but up to this point, it is a little harder to make higher exponential gains with something like Dash because of its market cap and its volume. Let's take a look at EOS. EOS is another one that I've been intrigued in. Looking at EOS, again, you know, consolidating patterns. Let's take a look at the daily. So you guys want to, you know, kind of revert back to the daily in 30 minutes to see in the long run scale how it's doing. Wow, when you actually look at the long run, EOS has actually been holding up really, really nicely. You can see that it went up, pulled back, went up, and it's currently consolidating. If you look at the MACD though, that's telling us a little bit different, saying that it's already at its peak, at the highs, and we can see that it's crossed already to its low, so this could potentially go back down. So that's not a good sign. Usually when I see stuff like that, I usually stay away currently, because already we can see it's still currently holding at its highs. So for the time being, I would stay away, just for the time being. This was one of those coins that actually did substantial. So let's actually look at this on the Binance exchange. Also, guys, you guys don't necessarily have to use Coinigy. Binance does offer their own advanced charts as well. So we're probably going to be using it right now just for this, since we are already on here. You can see that it actually does offer a more advanced looking chart, which is what I like personally. Lisk. So let's go over here. Let's take a look at Lisk. Looks like it's kind of bouncing up and down, consolidating. But recently Lisk had announced some news, actually today, I believe. Today is the 22nd. They were said to, you know, release a rebranding pretty soon. So who knows how long that could be for. What we can see right now is currently a little bearish. We can see, okay, Neo. I love Neo, guys. You guys don't understand how much I love Neo. I don't necessarily stay emotionally attached to coins or whatever, but Neo is a good hold for me personally. You can see right here, Neo actually had a nice run up earlier. But honestly, look, if you look at Neo, you can see that Neo on the MACD is actually consolidating very nicely. We can see that eventually it could start breaking out, because we can see that, you know, here's our risk to reward ratio. I like to use this chart quite a bit, is that if it does go up, we have a potential gain of making right around here, roughly 25% to losing 16%. I know a lot of people don't want to lose necessarily, but if you look at it, that's at its oversold item. So regardless though, it will consolidate, keep going inward just like that, and will most likely keep landing here. So the odds against us actually look really nicely with Neo. And if it actually does have a nice pump like we did before, we have a gain of 88%. It's almost 100. You know, that's just assuming it hits this mark right here. And when it's all-time high, we have a percentage gain of 200. So if we invest into Neo right now, we have a percentage gain of 200, or roughly 200. It's like 188. Its all-time high was, I believe, like $60. So roughly around 200, like I mentioned. Again, that's the risk to reward. We can see it's already like on its very lowest point on the MACD. So really, if you think about it, it only has to go up than it does down. Our next coin we can look at is also OMG, another personal favorite of mine as well. You know, like I mentioned, across the board, all the coins have been doing similar patterns as well. You know, they had this breakout, kind of been pulling back. We can see that OMG is trying to break out. It's just trying to break out, but it's kind of pulling back. We can see that. On the contrary here, though, we can see that the MACD is a little on the overbought kind of side. Potentially, I would kind of stay away from this right now. We can see that's actually kind of pulling back right now. It will potentially keep going back to the 0.0094. So today, OMG does not look appealing to me, just not right now, to set up some positions. All right, so look at Power. This one's kind of been the talk of the town for recent times. Even after it had pulled back, we can see after that pulled back that Power looks like it still has some juice to it. You know, not to say that it has crossed, so I'm looking to see whether it's going to hit back to this resistance line right here, which is going to be our first resistance. So we can take a look at the horizontal line. Our second one's going to be roughly right around here, the 10006, and then the last one, our potential last one, is going to be right around here. So if you really do think about it though, if we do our risk to reward, our odds against us for us to make some gains and our risk to reward. So if it does hit its last resistance line, it is at a 26% as opposed to heading to new highs. That could be anything. I mean, it could honestly be, have higher potentials, but that's not a guarantee. As of right now, the ones that I'm really interested in right now that are, caught my eye from those we had looked at, I believe was ARC. ARC looks like it's oversold already, so it's only can only go up. You can see it's consolidating. We want to chase these consolidated pattern ones. So ARC looks really nice. Also, I believe Neo was one of them as well. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's keep looking at Bitcoin since Bitcoin is, as they say, Bitcoin is king. We got BTC to USD on Bitstamp, but this plays across nicely across the board. We can see on the daily chart. With Bitcoin, let's look on the daily. And let's actually pop up the RSI. Let's take a look at the RSI, Relative Strength Index. We can see that it's actually still right below the 70 marker. So what I'm potentially going to do for the time being, and then I will update you guys as the week goes along. If you guys actually follow me on my Twitter, my Instagram, I will be updating you guys on there. For the time being, I think I will just keep holding Bitcoin until it actually crosses the 70 marker on the RSI. And then all the coins that I looked at, Neo, OMG, should potentially, once if we start seeing a pullback with Bitcoin, we could probably start seeing it retracing, and we can see the other alts shooting up. So I hope you guys enjoy this, kind of take a look at technical analysis. And also, I do have that crash course like I had mentioned. So if you guys are interested in that, the links will be in the description below for Coinigy, for Binance, for all this stuff, if cryptocurrency does interest you. So again, guys, check those out. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.